Hey guys, in this short video, I want to give you 3 of the best clinically proven herbs for rebalancing your hormones and recovering from masturbation addiction. Addictive behavior of any sort can have a major negative impact on not just your psychology, but also your biology. Ultimately, addiction can wear out the dopaminergic system, which can lead to a wide variety of hormonal and neurotransmitter imbalances. And that's because one of the major ways that dopamine ensures you feel good and that you're healthy is by opposing the production of stress chemicals and stress hormones that would otherwise lead to depression and illness or disease. So although addiction is truly an imbalance of the Shen or psyche and should be treated accordingly, the fact of the matter is a Shen disturbance like addiction can directly impact the health of your Jing or your physiological or biological energy or health. And in this particular video, I want to give you 3 very helpful clinically proven herbs to rebalance your physiology and your biology from the damaging effects of addiction. So the first herb I'm going to recommend is Polyrachis black ant. Now, Polyrachis ant has long been considered the premium sexual tonic in tonic herbalism, and this is largely due to its high concentration of bioavailable zinc. So zinc is a precursor to testosterone, and it's also a precursor to the production of dopamine, 2 major chemicals in the body that become depleted through excessive chronic masturbation and addiction in general. And Polyrachis ant happens to be the richest source of zinc amongst all living organisms. So 1 gram of dried Polyrachis ant contains up to 180 milligrams of zinc. And again, you need zinc not just for the production of androgen hormones like testosterone and dopamine, which become depleted under addiction and chronic masturbation, but zinc also plays a major role in inhibiting the production of prolactin. In fact, according to study, it was found that prolactin concentrations significantly fell below basal levels in all subjects in response to the increase in plasma zinc levels. Now, there are many reasons that this is important. Prolactin, first and foremost, attributes to a large variety of pathological diseases, including the so-called male pattern baldness, erectile dysfunction, weight gain, low energy, and ultimately a large variety of symptoms associated with hormonal imbalance. Not to mention that prolactin directly inhibits the production of dopamine. So if dopamine levels plummet below normal ranges because of things like addiction, your prolactin levels are left unopposed, wreaking all this havoc and causing all these negative symptoms. So prolactin not only decreases the production of dopamine, but it also directly kills your testosterone levels. So something as simple as zinc, in other words, has a positive and direct impact on all of the major hormonal imbalances and biomarkers associated with things like addiction and general illness, which is the decreased production of testosterone and dopamine and increased levels of prolactin. The second herb I'm going to highly recommend is Mucuna pruriens. So mucuna, similar to zinc, also inhibits the production of prolactin. In fact, if we look at one clinical study on prolactin inhibition test with L-DOPA, which is the major active constituent in mucuna, it was found that within 30 minutes of L-DOPA administration, it induced a highly significant decrease of plasma prolactin levels in a number of group of rats differing in age and endocrine status, apparently by direct inhibition of prolactin release from the pituitary. So mucuna, like black ant, directly inhibits the secretion of prolactin, which is going to be majorly beneficial for recovering from masturbation addiction specifically. And that's because prolactin is actually the major hormone secreted after ejaculation. So you know that tired, demotivated, lethargic, unhappy feeling you get after ejaculation? That's because of prolactin. And it achieves these effects through inhibiting the production of dopamine and testosterone. And dopamine is what makes you feel good, you get a sense of pleasure, reward, and testosterone gives you that energy and drive for life. The third herb I recommend for recovering from masturbation addiction or addiction in general and improving your hormonal profile is ashwagandha. Now, ashwagandha, like black ant mucuna, does lower the production of prolactin significantly, I think up to 40%. At the same time, it's known to increase the production of testosterone. But that's not all. If we look at a study on the effect of ashwagandha on sex hormone and gonadotropin levels in addicted male rats, it was found that ashwagandha increased sex hormones and gonadotropin hormones, especially testosterone and luteinizing hormone, and even increased progesterone levels, a stimulant of most sex hormones in addicted male rats. Now, as we touched on earlier, there is a direct physiological picture that is painted by addiction, which is the decreased production of dopamine and androgen sex hormones like testosterone and progesterone, with an accompanying increase of the stress hormones and stress chemicals serotonin, estrogen, cortisol, and prolactin. And this study found that ashwagandha could directly correct this imbalance. decreasing the production of the stress hormones like prolactin, while increasing the gonadotropin hormones, testosterone, and progesterone. So for anybody suffering with any form of addiction, but especially masturbation addiction, in addition to correcting it from a psychological perspective, correcting the associated physiological imbalances, specifically elevated prolactin, and the deficiency in dopamine and testosterone and other sex hormones would be incredibly therapeutic and helpful. And now you have 3 clinically proven herbs that are known to be effective for addressing the underlying hormonal imbalances associated with addiction. Now, for those of you who are struggling with this issue, interested in supplementing with these herbs, I have a special announcement for you. Now, as you probably know, if you're familiar with our company, we do carry a Polyrachis black ant. We also carry an ashwagandha that is temporarily out of stock, and we don't carry mucuna yet. But we are actually formulating a very special product that contains all 3 of these herbs, which has been specifically formulated through meticulous research to correct the underlying hormonal imbalances associated with addiction, masturbation addiction, and overall sexual dysfunction. So if you're a male looking to improve your masculinity, increase your sex drive, improve your overall performance, your focus, your attention, your drive, your overall health and energy, then this is going to be the formula and product for you. So definitely keep a lookout for that product. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already for future videos and future announcements for that product. And also check out our website and our blog, subscribe to our email list so that way you can get future updates for the release of that product. Otherwise, that does bring this video to a close. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Again, subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, for learning more and additional information, be sure to check out our blog in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.